Taylor Lorenz is out there talking right now, and she is losing her mind in regards to what Elon keyboard 2024. Yeah, exactly. Hot guy will never be referred to as will be referred to average guy until he comes on the show. Thank you. Please put it on his underneath his Twitter. Anytime you post on Twitter, just write you're just an average guy until you're a hot guy. Hey, thanks so much for subscribing. I can't even read that. That's a tough read. All right. But Taylor Lorenz was out there talking in regards to what's going on with Elon Musk right now. And for those that you don't remember who this person is, I think it's important to remember as this is her.
I had severe PTSD from this. I contemplated suicide. It got really bad. You feel like any little piece of information that gets out on you will be used by the worst people on the internet to destroy your life. And it's so isolating.
That was Taylor Lorenz. You know, see, you're the best. Hey, thanks so much, Jassie's likes GC. I would have empathy towards this human being if she didn't. So she is notoriously known for doxing individuals, like doxing people like libs at TikTok and stuff like that, tracking down, because we must know who is this person that's just re-uploading things that people upload to the internet. We need to know we need to get down to the bottom of this, because this person needs to be stopped. She's just a glorified reposter. She's nothing more than that. But we need to stop this at all costs. So this Taylor Lorenz. And Taylor Lorenz put out an article yesterday that is just on Thanksgiving for one. Faking PTSD for propaganda is immoral. Thank you, Papa. And that's why I have no problem mocking this individual, because this is why people like myself that see fake PTSD, that just, it triggers me and it makes me angry, because it diminishes those who are actually dealing with real PTSD. So she writes this article and she puts it on Washington Post on Thanksgiving, hoping no one would read it, I guess, or the people that are lonely by themselves and have nothing to do would be reading it. And this is her article right here. Opening the gates of hell. Musk says he will revive banned accounts. Is there anything cringier than listening to a journalist talk about taking away freedom of speech? You would think people like this would be clapping at this, being excited about this, because it's important to get down to the actual information of what's going on, to not just allow top-down or authority to tell you what to say and how to speak, but allow the truth to come out. And 50 hyper-inflated bucks says that she only plays a lesbian on TV. Wait, is she lesbian? I'm not totally sure. I don't really care. The Twitter chief says that he will reinstate accounts suspended for threats, harassment, and misinformation beginning next week. I feel like I have to change to get into character for this person. Hold on, let me change. It's too good of an article to not read it with the look that it desires. You know what I mean? She attacks people and then acts like the victim. Exactly, King. And that's the problem too. She's notoriously known for doxing other individuals, but yet she is like cries when she's doxed. I'm like, you reap what you sow, girlfriend. You know what I mean? Okay, let's get into it. Elon Musk, and remember, these are her words. It was a time when people didn't listen to crybaby. Yeah, remember those times? Now we just glorify anybody that loses their minds. Elon Musk plans to reinstate all nearly previously banned Twitter accounts, which is a huge problem. To the alarm of activists and online trust and safety experts. Oh my God, who are these experts? I love when people just write experts and they're like, so experts love, laugh, live. Thank you. Hey, thanks for subscribing. I appreciate that. I love when people just write experts and they're just like, experts, mic drop. You got nothing to say, do you? Do I have to clarify these experts? No, but you just need to trust that I know who these people are. It's like she thinks she knows divorce court exactly. After posting on a Twitter poll, which is like so wrong in means of the democracy, you would think somebody who probably spouses about democracy 24 hours a day, they would be like, you know what, Twitter polls, it's actually a good thing. We should decide if we should ban somebody or not. Based on how aggressive or whatever. And I guess it's a way of him, instead of like there being secrets about shadow banning and getting rid of people that make no sense, but then allowing the Taliban to stay on Twitter and stuff like that, you would think there'd be some kind of consistency, but there is not. I'm an IG follower, but wasn't subscribed on YouTube. Thanks for joining me on YouTube. On Instagram, I only post little clips of my show, and this is the live content. You get to interact with me. We have a good time. The community here is amazing. You are a part of the show as much as I'm a part of the show. This isn't just listen to Derek O'Shea Hour. This is us. We are coming together, trying to laugh at all the insanity together. Then she goes, after posting a Twitter poll asking, should Twitter offer a general amnesty for suspended accounts provided that they have not broken the law? Which you would think, any logical individual would be like, yeah, okay, so they haven't broken the law. They've broken the hate speech law or engaged in egregious spam, in which 27.4% of the respondents voted yes. Musk declared amnesty begins next week. And this is where it gets fun. This is where it gets cray-cray. The Twitter CEO did not respond Thursday to a request for the comment of the Washington Post. I sent him a message. I DM'd him on his own platform, and I said, would you like to comment on any of this on the article? I gave him 3 minutes to respond. The poll garnered more than 3 million votes, which is just as much as Biden was elected by. The mass return of users who had not been banned for such offenses as violent threats, harassment, and misinformation will significant impact the platform, experts said. I love that she keeps putting experts in here. It's like, who are these experts? Well, it's me. I'm writing it. I'm the expert. And many question how such a resurrection should be handled, given that it's unclear that Musk means by egregious spam. Like, what does that even mean? I mean, what is egregious spam? And the difficulty of separating out users who have broken the law, which vary widely by jurisdiction and country. God. She's just so cringe. I don't know. If you've broken the law, you threaten to kill people on Instagram and stuff like that, maybe get banned. I don't know. Call me crazy. Apple and Google need to seriously start exploring booting Twitter off the Apple Store. Get out of here for your freedom of speech, hate speech, said Alejandro Cabello, clinical instructor at Harvard's Law of Cyber Law Clinic. Well, what Musk is doing is essentially dangerous. Wait, not essentially. Existentially dangerous. Existentially. It's an existential problem. Dangerous for various marginalized communities. Don't you love how they just throw in a marginalized community in order for you to shut your freaking mouth? This is 81,000% legit. How is that not racist? I don't know. So you can ban someone easy, but it takes them to figure out how they can unban someone. I don't know. Wait. What is the expensive paper? Because my paper looks pretty expensive. I love how they just like throw in marginalized communities. Like, really? Does Twitter's hate speech really just impact more marginalized communities? Or is it just those sick, cisgender, white males? God. It's like opening... Wait, this is where it gets amazing. It's like opening the gates of hell in terms of havoc it will cause. God, she's the worst. It's like opening the gates of hell in terms of havoc it will cause. It's so stupid. People who engage in direct targeted harassment, I don't know, like yourself, Taylor.
Nah, just kidding. I'm not about doxing. I just want to know who you are. I want to know where you're from, and I want to know your address so I can tell my Antifa friends to go after you.
They're not even a real organization.
They're just a thought. They're just an idea. It's like World War II. Remember they stormed the beaches of Normandy? That was Antifa.
The keyword for liberal tears, exactly. Mine is a Xerox coffee. I lost my other one in the ex-wife. Hey, old Saucy on Rumble, what's up, man? Looking on to TJ Miller. I'm not TJ Miller, swear to God. It's like opening the gates of hell in terms of habit cause. People who engage in direct targeted harassment can come back and engage in doxing. Okay, then maybe you would benefit from that. Targeted harassment, maybe you would also benefit from that. Taylor Lorenz,
I'm just doing my job. It's different for me.
Vicious bullying, calling for violence. I think that's against the law to call for violence. I'm just saying. I don't know. Call me crazy. Celebration of violence. God, I can't even begin to... Who celebrates violence more, the right or the left? I'm trying to figure out. I can't even begin to state how dangerous this will be. Why? Because it'll be fair game. I keep reading. What's that website all the leftists are going to, like Mastodon or something? That Twitter. It's like their own Twitter, and they're getting banned right now for like hate speech because they're finding out how racist they actually are. And actually when they call for violence in terms of Antifa, that, they should get taken down. And they're actually getting a taste of their own medicine, because on Twitter, they were allowed to just do whatever and say whatever. You could call for violence on Trump, but if you did the other way around, you're taken down forever. Or if you were just suggested someone's a groomer or something like that, you got to get taken down. It's ridiculous. Fire the harassment. It bugs me that parents don't teach their kids the sticks and stones phrase these days. Yeah, it's not even that. It's just learning how to cope in life when someone is being obnoxiously rude to you, and knowing how to think about the other, de-escalate, and also shrug it off your shoulders. It's like, don't let these people have power over you. People get in my comment section all the time, call me an idiot, and all this like stupid crap. And I just like, don't give them your time of day. There are people in your life that when you should go talk to, and if they say mean stuff, then you should hold them accountable because you love them and it's different. It's like your friends and family. But everyone out in the general public, like I just saw this video of this guy like getting into an actual fight on this hip hop podcast because he called him a biatch, and he was like, "How dare you call me that?" And then he just started punching him in the face. And these are grown adult men. Where somebody like me, if somebody called me that, I would just be like, okay, cool. I don't care. God. Taylor Lorenz, you can trust me. I'm also Taylor Lorenz, exactly. Unless you're Adam Kinzinger threatening cat turd. Oh, God. Adam, yeah, exactly. You mean the Republican Adam Kinzinger? I love how Taylor implies society is so weak that it can crumble due to an outdated social media. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. All of society will be broken down to pieces due to freedom of speech on the Twitters. It's ridiculous. Taylor Lorenz is still. She has a Substack, and she always like tells people to subscribe to her. And it's like,
make sure you subscribe to me because they're gonna take me down on Twitter.
And you're like, for what?
I don't know. They're gonna take me down, and they're gonna get rid of my blue check mark.
Queen Bird, what's up? Wait, Papa. You like the village idiot who knows more than everybody. Exactly. Nobody can cope anymore because the aggressives anti-bullying campaigns. Yeah, the anti-bullying campaign should be campaigns of learning how to deal with bullies, not just learning how to deal with bullies, learning how to brush stuff off your shoulder that doesn't actually affect you, but when the time is right and they're actually challenging you physically, that's something completely different, and they're getting in your face. But it's just words and stuff like that. I know bullying can be like really painful to deal with, and I dealt with it a lot in middle school. I used to get beat up a lot in middle school, and so but learning how to talk to someone is important. That's why, Go to somebody that you trust that you can talk to. Let's continue down. This is the second time in a week that Musk has used a Twitter poll to seemingly make major decisions. How dare you use things like a democracy to the platform? On November 18th, oh my God, this is where it gets so scary. He restored former President Donald Trump's account, which he is not even using, but the fact that he's allowed to even be on the platform is dangerous. God. After 52% of the poll's respondents said he should do so, Vox Populi, Vox Dia, Musk tweeted Latin. For the voice of the people is the voice of God. Obviously a joke, but of course for her it's like so triggering, and it's like, oh my God, what is it? It's like, what does Elon think, he's a god or something? It's ridiculous. He's just Elon running Twitter into the ground. As they all say. On that day, he also reinstated at least 11 high-profile far-right Twitter accounts, including Jordan Peterson. Imagine thinking Jordan Peterson is far right. God, these people are just the worst. They just constantly, they watch your stuff and then they're like, okay, what box does he fit in? If he's not with us, he's far right. That's it. That's it. Say no to stepping back and bullies keep their stepping back. Exactly. Oh, Latin, well, Lottie, frickin' die. Frickin' Latin, dude. Creating a weaker society is not solving any problems. No, creating a weaker society, you create a more dangerous society. The weaker society is, the more dangerous men particularly rise up and do evil acts. It's very clear in history. You just gotta read a book. No, he just bought Twitter. No big deal. Like, you should be afraid, lefty. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he just bought Twitter and was like, I don't know, everyone should be allowed to talk on my platform. Dangerous. Okay, far-right Twitter accounts like Jordan Peterson, a professor who was banned from Twitter for misgendering a trans person. That is so dangerous. Because why? That person will have to go home and think about how Jordan Peterson... I know they're talking about it was not misgendering. I thought he dead named or whatever. He used somebody's other name. I can't remember. It's like, who cares? And the Babylon Bee. Ew, a conservative media company. Say no more. He also restored Project Veritas, a site that is frequently accused of misrepresenting events. Yeah, like using good-looking women to get stupid drunk men to say things they hold tightly to their chest. God. Yes, it's a little off the wall as far as reporting, but it's very effective, to say the least. Dude, yes, thanks for the bumbles. Someone pointed out, notice how lefties aren't talking about being reinstated on Twitter because it's not happening. They were never censored. Exactly. Strong men make good times make weak men. Yeah, weak men make bad times 100%. And that's very unfortunate. What is it? He also restored Project Veritas, a site that frequently accused of misrepresenting events it commented on, banned for repeated violation of Twitter's private information policy, which is it's very delicious coming from somebody like a Taylor Lorenz who decided to go above and beyond to dox a person called Libs of TikTok, who just, again, I keep saying this over again, takes videos that people put online and then repost them. Just what? God. He also, okay. Okay. Oh yeah, here we go. Georgia Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene's personal account. Oh my God, how dare she be allowed to talk personally? Which has been banned since January for violating the platform's COVID-19 misinformation policies and pushing violent and extreme rhetoric. I love that these people will just use these terms, far right, pushing COVID-19 misinformation policies. Extreme rhetoric, and you're like, okay, what was it? I'm not going to tell you because I don't need to say it. I just know you know what they probably said in their head and on their Twitter page. These people need to be stopped. It's not necessarily I remember what they said or they should be held accountable because they said this evil thing. It's just like their presence. It's not tangible. You can't put a word on it. It just doesn't make sense. Majority Taylor Green posted data from VAERS. Okay, well then that makes sense. Those people aren't trustworthy. Now Fauci can't recall what he put in his place. Not gonna be sorry. Taylor also wanted Fauci elevated to living sainthood. Who doesn't believe that? The guy's a genius. The guy gets it. The guy is our hope. Our everything. Oh, Fauci. Yeah, because everyone's fair and true on social media. Exactly. No, the internet is a savage place, but also a beautiful place. It's much like life. They are deranged parrots keeping their spot in the cool club. That's 100% what's happening. She's freaking out because all of corporate media is freaking out at the idea that Elon Musk is allowing people to create on his platform and allowing people's freedom of speech. Because once the playing field is even, they go down every time. These corporate media press, like these companies, cannot hang with a podcast with someone who's doing it out of the goodness of their heart or the desire to create great content. They cannot hang because they don't actually care or believe what they're saying. And that's the problem. It's fake outrage and everyone can tell. I mean, like I've been trying to talk about is like, just think about how slow the news cycle has been the last few days. If it doesn't tell you anything about how insane those people are, I don't know what will. Opinions about certain topics are set in certain tribes. We have many tribes in the United States that never have the same tribal opinions throughout, but they were trying. Elon killed that 100%. VAERS is public information. Yeah, what's been amazing about VAERS is like how many leftists just discredit it completely. And yes, there are some things that I guess self-reported and stuff like that, but then that's how it's done. Like, how else are you supposed to do it? Ukraine war it's too crazy. Yeah, exactly. Okay. As we're continuing down the road, Majority Taylor Green posted a photo on Thursday showing herself and other right-wing figures who have had their accounts recently reinstated at a dinner table with Musk. Oh my God, saying happy Thursday, she wrote. What? I gotta find this. I bet it's not even that big of a deal. This is why I love this show. It's always on the fly. Majority Taylor. God, this thing is like choking me to death. It's like wearing a choker. Green. Where is she? Taylor is setting herself up for a career in politics. She's already trying to be. Did I spell her name right? MTG. There she is. Representative MTG. See if Thanksgiving. I don't see that. Okay. I want to show it. I always forget like the R. Marjorie. I always think it's Majori. Majority Taylor. I don't see this picture. Maybe she took it down. Just a PR company. Okay, I'm not gonna keep looking at Majority Taylor Green. I'm gonna if I don't find it, I'm not gonna keep looking it up. That's just silly. Okay, here it is. No, I don't see it. She must have taken it down. Oh, there it is. Oh my God, it's so cringy. Oh my God, we're basically gonna die. Oh my God, hold on, let me get out of the way, sorry. Look, there's Jordan Peterson, Trump, Project Veritas, probably getting somebody drunk saying something they've been hiding. Who's that guy? I have no idea. See, I don't even know all these people. Who's that? I know that's Kanye. I don't know who that person is either. God help us all. I don't even know who these people are, and I'm so triggered just thinking about the fact that they're back on this platform. It's not even funny. If you paid me $1 million to spoon with Taylor Lorenz for 5 minutes, I'd probably rather die from exposure. Nah, it's Majority Taylor Green's a meme. It's not even that good. It's not even that good of a meme. It's just silly. We don't deserve Majority Taylor Green, but gosh darn it, we're lucky to have her. Dude, Majority Taylor Green is like a gift that keeps giving. People get so triggered by her. It's so funny. I don't agree with everything, but some things I'm like, wow, that's freaking spot on. That girl has bigger balls than Mitch McConnell. Papa, you and me both didn't ask for pronouns. The mean incites a revolution. She is Juanita Bornica. What? I don't even know what that means. Anyone here, Liz Cheney has the votes to become the next Speaker of the House? Shut up. I can't be real. I'd punch myself in the face. I agree it's funny, but people obviously... Exactly. Okay, let's keep going. Experts say that the bots and bad actors can easily skew the results of a Twitter poll. There we go again with experts say... There should be an asterisk next to experts so that we can, like, I don't know who these people are. And so basing decisions on one is irresponsible. What's also irresponsible, Taylor, is just saying, I don't know, experts say, and never clarifying who these experts are. Because we don't know. Okay? And we're not sure if you know who these people are. Because for all we know, you're making it up. Gates said that she has the votes. Oh, God. If Liz Cheney becomes speaker, that makes sense. That seriously makes sense. I mean, well, might as well, It's just, when it rains, it pours, for Republicans at this moment. Majority Taylor Greene is one of 3 Republicans who speak up, and I'll take her. Exactly. If Liz Cheney becomes speaker, I will escape in a balloon. Same. Like from the movie Up. A Twitter poll can be manipulated, and there's nothing more a Twitter poll can be manipulated, and there's nothing scientific nor rigorous in any way of what he's doing. Yes. Who's reading this article? Who's this article for? Idiots? Like, everyone knows how easy it is to make a Twitter poll. I can make one right now. Is Taylor Lorenz cringe? And it'll take me 2 seconds. And Sarah T. Roberts, an associate professor at UCLA, these are like her friends. Hey, will you do a comment that is like agrees with what I'm talking about? Okay, yeah, girlfriend, totally. I'll totally do that. I'd crash land in the Philippines and become blood money for a mercenary with a heart of gold. with Cheney as a worm, I could see it happening now. You said something. Oh, God, I know. I also thought the Republicans ousting Mitch McConnell, that the whole ploy would be for Lindsey Graham to take over. I saw that too, and I was like, oh, geez, of course. Okay, before Elon took over, Roberts added, there was entire teams of people who did market and research. Yeah, we're finding out how many people were actually working, who followed rigorous protocols established to conduct this kind of research. Suddenly, he's running Twitter off completely unscientific polls. Scientific polls. What is scientific about inviting Trump back or not? This isn't science, all right? We're not getting down to the bottom of this, all right? I am so serial. I'm super serial. Yeah, OMC, they want the skeleton out. They do. Papa can debunk the experts. He really can. Unscientific polls. They are polling unknown people. Yes, they're polling blue check verified. They probably paid for it and whatever. They're not even real blue check people like me. I'm Taylor Lorenz. And certainly not any kind of demographically representative swath of people. Many predict the restoration of banned accounts will help bring on the free-for-all healthscape. Tell me you're a boomer without telling me you're a boomer. An associate professor, that's like quoting an assistant manager at a grocery store. It's not nearly as big as you think it is. Exactly. She's assistant to the assistant professor. We'll bring on the free-for-all healthscape. People will hold me accountable for things that I'm writing. That Musk had been promising advertisers would not come past shortly after he took position in the platform, blah, blah, blah. This would be a major disaster, especially in Africa. What? Where state-sponsored ghost accounts were suspended for endangering human rights activists and journalists. Why would that be? What? Who is going around there on Twitter, like, outing Afghan journalists? A journalist in Africa tweeted, you would have allowed vile people to put our lives in danger as journalists. You will have blood on your hands, Elon Musk. What? Do these people even know what's going on? Like, mentally? Whether Musk can do what the Twitter poll seeks is a matter of debate. He has laid off leaders of the trust and safety team. Good. Which would normally handle logistics and reactivating the accounts. Could you imagine your entire job is reactivating and deactivating accounts? That is your job. And you're probably getting paid more than you and I make combined. It's like,
I'm still thinking. I know we said that Trump should be banned for a certain amount of time, but we're not sure how long, and we don't know how long we want to make sure that he's not back on the platform. We will get down to the bottom of this. We will figure it out. This is my whole job, contemplating. I am the one that speaks for all that is good.
They own the science, the polls are not a part of it, but masking up your car is, yeah, exactly. Like Pelosi, she looked for drama and problems. Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah, we pray for this, exactly. Okay. Without such a legal filter, which would depend on state and local laws for each tweet, every account would require thorough review. Every single tweet. This is why Twitter, under like somebody's rules, like a Taylor Lorenz or a misinformation group or whatever, is a problem, because that's what they would do. Like,
unfair. Psh, no, I can't tell if it's sarcasm or not. Absolutely not.
Given how laws vary wildly by country and religion. Madeline Burkholder, senior technical solutions engineer, has worked on a consumer project managing spam. Said nonsensical, egregious spamming is not a technical term. She said the most record keeping at major tech companies doesn't include questions of local government legal codes. The norm is to simply note whether an account violated a company's terms of service, which are rules set by the platform, not a government entity. Yeah, because the government shouldn't get involved. Remember that? Remember that, Jen Psaki, when you said you were monitoring what people were talking about online, which was against the law, but you did anyways. It's no big deal. It's all good. Those guys got paid six figures to check the unchecked boxes. Exactly. Her own rules. Exactly. Angelo Caruso, chairman and president of Media Matters. Oh, now there's an organization. I'm all about it. A non-profit advocacy group and a media watchdog. God. You're a paid neighborhood watch, basically, said that Musk's decision could mean bringing back networks of individuals. That include the American Nazi Party, which is everywhere. I meet Nazis every day on the street. I'm always like, What's that really unique little symbol on your arm? What is that? Oh, it's a swastika. Yeah, no one's ever seen that on the street. Okay, and a whole bunch of 8chan, 4chan, and conspiracy theories who engage in harassment and abuse. I think people on those sites will just stay there because they enjoy it. Not because they want to come on Twitter and really get it going. Hey, the Nazis are here. Nazis are back on Twitter. God, calling for actual extermination of the Jews. Okay. Which is not going to happen. Nazis have always existed on the internet. I thought we all accepted that. Yeah, exactly. That's where they always exist. I can go on YouTube right now and type in Hitler. And he's still there. He's still on YouTube. They're allowing Hitler on the platform. It's unreal. Reversing the suspensions would mean, I mean, this is the longest article. This is the longest just complaining and ridiculousness, but it must be read because it's like, it's almost too good to not read because it's delicious seeing them freak out about you being allowed to speak for your mind. They hate that so much. Crazy, just Google it. Exactly. Now they're making us all to be Nazis. Willie, of course. We're all Nazis. We're all homophobic. We're all transphobic. We all hate everyone. We're all racist. We're all, that's what they do. That's so many people in politics in general do that a lot, but like, especially on the left, they're just like, if you have like one view outside of what they believe to be true in their orthodoxy, they kick you out and put you on the right, far extremist right person. It's a red pill Pez dispenser. That's what they're afraid of. Truth and facts, 100%, man. Be afraid, very afraid of the boogeyman is out there. Dude, the boogeyman is under your bed. Just check. I swear it's there. Turning Twitter into a one-stop shop for operationalizing doxing. Operationalizing doxing and harassment. An engine for radicalization. I'm almost like choking on my own spit. This is so ridiculous. Turning Twitter into a one-stop shop for operationalizing doxing and harassment, and an engine, not an electric engine, for radicalization. Crusoe said, it's a red pill Pez dispenser. There it is. Bada boom. Like she did with Libs and TikTok. Exactly. How dare you hold her accountable for her own actions? Who is that? I'm going to freaking get you out of my chat. Oh my God, I'm so triggered by that. And quitting Twitter won't keep you safe. And quitting Twitter won't keep you safe. Even if you are not on Twitter, you can still be the recipient of these campaigns. If a tree falls in the forest, no one's around. Does it make a sound? If a bear farts in the forest and no one hears it, did it? John Wick's under my bed. He's scared off Chuck Norris. She's again attacking her opponents for her own wrongdoing. This is politics. Exactly. I just love that. You could still be a recipient of this campaign even if you're not on Twitter. He said, he predicted that public health officials, election officials, and journalists and teachers will be targeted. Where did teachers come from? Oh, the teachers that post videos on TikTok? Yeah, just stop posting videos on TikTok talking about what you're doing for the kids in a very polarizing political way. And maybe, just maybe, you won't be reposted everywhere in the world. Like, I know that me doing this podcast, there's potentially someone out there that could take me out of context or just clip up my podcast and put me out there on blast. I realize that because I understand how the internet works. I get it. I understand it. Not everyone is just like, I put it on Twitter, I put it on TikTok, and now everyone is like liking it and reposting it. Why? Stop! I just wanted this for me and my 2 friends. Come on. Conducting major moderation and enforcement decisions on a whim is troubling CEO behavior, said Nora Benevis, who has never actually owned a business, a senior counsel and director of digital justice and civil rights at Free Press. Yeah, sounds about right. A nonprofit advocacy group. Exactly. Never had a real job. Musk, under the auspices of democracy, the auspices, is legitimizing decisions that will be deeply dangerous consequences in the real world. Yes, because Twitter is about as real as it gets. Chuck Norris checks under his bed for spare dumbbells. Oh, preach. Joe Biden checks under his bed for Chris Hansen. Jakes, what's up, man? Joe Biden's under his bed. Joe Biden looks under bed, and all of a sudden he hears, Joe Biden, why don't you have a seat? Why don't you have a seat? Huh? Have a seat. What are you doing here? What are you actually doing here? Why do you have pizza? I swear they use the same copy and paste. Oh, you know they do. It's like they have an AI to write for them. It's like, let's create a cringy AI and write it for us. Okay, and then she goes on to just get, it's just too funny not to keep reading. It's so freaking funny. Okay. If general amnesty is granted for majority of suspended accounts, it will be open season for people suspended for hate, harassment, disinformation, conspiracies, and extremism, Benavides said. It's open season in the most dangerous ways. If that's not fear porn, I don't know what is. Love, live, live. You're hilarious. Jakes calls me a fart head. Wow, that's so racist because I'm a toot head. You have journalists, activists, and authoritarian regimes in Africa, Middle East, and Asia who are now even at the mercy of even more vicious trolls with no ability to fight back. Yeah, you do have the ability to fight back. You can literally just, I don't know, block them or take them off. Because that's what adults do. Okay? When someone is trolling me in my chat and it starts to get on my nerves, I say, you know what? And then I block you. Okay? Because that's what adults do. We turn around and walk away. And we don't let it affect us. And I don't care anymore. This is what adults do. But we don't know how to do that. We just let it happen. And then when someone says something mean, we block them and then we report it. And then we write articles about it because we want everyone to know how seriously in pain we are. Because we're very seriously traumatized. And it's not that we want, your eyeballs or your clicks or anything like that, or just trying to make a bigger name for ourselves and let everyone know and trying to make some money out of our pain. We're feeling it big time. The Club Q shooter was a non-binary trans person. Oh my God. Yeah, I know. We broke that story on this show, Tuesday night, late night show. We know it was 5. The Middle East, you can literally be executed for protesting the government. Oh, it's funny because it's not funny, but I do have a story coming up about an execution that's already happening. So, because we left that place in the good hands of the Taliban. Thank God for that. The lifting of the suspensions was especially troubling to the LGBTQ activists. Why? I don't know. It just is. Coming just days after a mass killing at Club Q in Colorado Springs, killing 5 and wounded 8. Is there anything better than creating an argument and then taking a horrific event and just throwing it in your story to make it about yourself? Several of the restored accounts had previously been suspended for hateful rhetoric towards gay and trans community. What was it? What did they say? I don't know, but it was hateful. And Musk has been criticized for replying to Tim Pool. Tim Pool. God, they're so triggered by that guy. I don't get it. A right-wing YouTube star. Make it seem like he's like a porn star or something. Chank loves horse and Tim Pool 100%. A protest in Iran, a place where peaceful Islam rules. Exactly. A right-wing YouTube star who falsely acclaimed that the club had hosted a grooming event and other LGBTQ events. It wasn't a grooming event. It was a drag show for children. It's different. It's a slap in the face of LGBTQ people. I love how they throw everyone in the whole boat too. That's what the liberals always do too. They're just like, if it affects one person, it affects everyone and all of us. But conservatives have largely embraced Musk in his decision-making. He frequently engages with far-right influencers such as Andy Ngo, who's also gay, but let's not mention that. He's a right-wing activist. And Elon Miles Chong on Twitter, who has, I've heard that this guy actually doxes people, but whatever. And if that's true... And has said that the company has propaganda on far-left San Francisco, Berkeley views. In reality, Twitter's algorithms amplify conservative content more than of the political left, the company's own research found last year. Yeah, right. Oh my God, what a lie. And in 2020, far-leaning voices far outweighed liberals in driving conversations on influential topics leading up to the election, Analysis Political and Institute of Strategic Dialogue showed. God, I love that she just like says these things. As Musk teases his reinstatement plan, trolls have become emboldened. God. Jesus Christ, this is a long way of saying Elon's a booger face. Exactly. Temple bottles up the smell of his own farts. To be fair, I've been doing that over Thanksgiving as well. Far-right users of the message board 4chan celebrated amnesty. Oh my God. On one thread, rife with slurs. So she herself was on 4chan. I'm going to say this, and I don't know if this puts me in a bubble or puts me in a box or something. I've literally never been on 4chan because I don't care. But in her eyes, I go on it every day and I post away. Users who said that previously banned for telling vaccinated people to kill themselves. Oh my God. Jeez. Like, the fact that these journalists and adults, I'm using quotations very aggressively, adults take things what are probably 13-year-old boys on a forum board, and they're just saying stuff for shits and giggles, and most importantly, when you're 13, shock value, because you don't necessarily have like good empathetic response or processing. You're a 13-year-old boy jacked up on testosterone, ready to go to town on any pillow you see, and also just being insane all the time because you're 13 years old. It's just so ridiculous. And then they just make an entire story off this one. Like, I just assume every cringy comment I get in my comment section is some 12-year-old kid. And I'm just like, I don't care. Like, I'm not going to respond to you. I know you're just trying to get me, like, up in arms. I don't care. Temple is the beanie. No one knows the guy who works exactly. I know a guy who worked at Subway with Gim. Okay, where are we going? I'm going to skip a little bit of this. Okay, wait, this is another good quote. Super spreaders of hate. God. It's just, I mean, that should be the title of my stream right now. Freaking super spreaders of hate. Abuse and harassment will be the only people to benefit from the latest decision by Twitter. How long is the article? It's almost done. Yeah. See? Super spreaders of hate. The choice for advertising. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'll just get down to the bottom of this. Dozens of Twitter advertisers have paused spending with the platform in wake of Musk's takeover, concerned of how his approach to content moderation might affect the site tone. That is how she ends the article? Stop. She ends it with, advertisers aren't going to be happy. That's your take-home point. This is an article, it's an epic novel. It's an epic novel into the mind of Taylor Lorenz, and that's why I wanted to read it. It's too important for us not to share. It's too cringy for us not to share. I gotta take my freaking wig off. I'm done with this article.